Hey, so guys, this week, a lady slapped my butt.
What?
Yeah, it was at Target.
Oh,
A casual slap.
Yeah, this lady slapped my butt, and she's like,
we're recording, right?
oh shoot. All right, let me get ready. Hey folks, welcome back to the Hey Me Love Me podcast. If this is your first time, welcome to the Hey Me Love Me podcast. Today is a very special day. We have a very special guest. We have Francisco Herrera.
Yeah, we're gonna put the
Yeah,
weed.
we're gonna put the girls screaming for you and everything.
Yeah.
And is there any announcements? Any announcements you guys have?
Like in general
Before we-
announcements.
For this upcoming week.
Oh, I got in the play.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah, I got in the play. Audition
Congrats.
for
What's the play?
the play is Night of the Living Dead. So if anybody knows that, it's
Where?
cool. It's
What school?
I auditioned at Valley College. I graduated there years ago, but I was like, you can always just take a class there. But like I love theater
Congrats.
and Night of the Living Dead, so I was like, that was a perfect combo. So yeah.
Nice.
Main character
Besides
too.
that, no.
Congrats.
No
If
birthdays.
it's
I think there's no
well,
birthdays. this year.
if it's anyone's birthday in general,
Happy birthday to you.
happy birthday to you guys, or have a nice day if you stop watching
After this.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into this. Let's get into this episode. Hit that intro.
And now we're back.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But yeah. Sorry, I don't know if you want to call you Pancho on
Yeah,
here.
that's fine.
But Francisco, it feels so weird.
You can call me Pancho.
It sounds
Punch is like, no.
He's like, yeah, no.
Because it's like my whole life I'll call you Pancho.
That's what happens when we were at school.
Yeah, it was cool.
Just call me Pancho.
Yeah.
just call me. Like,
I was like, because there was a time we actually respected it because I had to call Toby Felix at work, right? And Weddle Art, so weird. I could handle Felix because people call him Felix anyways here, right? But calling Weddle Art, it just feels wrong.
It's honestly so weird because I remember the first time that I found out that Pancho's name was Francisco.
You must have been devastated.
Yeah, bro. I fell down to my knees, bro, and it was like,
That's how he popped his knee.
Oh,
it
that's
wasn't.
the way you tear your ACL.
No,
That's what he tore his
no,
ACL.
it wasn't.
But-
It was not that. It was two guys that hit me from the back.
Oh.
But
In football.
let's get into these questions about. Oh wait, no. First, Francisco, would you Pancho?
What?
But would you like to describe yourself to our audience?
Your
please?
elevator talk. Quick
Yeah,
description of
what's
yourself.
like, who are you? What do you do? What are
Yeah,
your, what,
social
what's your
security
dreams?
number,
Yeah.
phone number, address, everything,
Date of birth.
well,
blood type.
like
Damn, that's crazy.
a quick thing, like that's
Yeah.
something-
Yeah,
Yeah,
quick,
just-
a elevator
Okay.
pitch of yourself. Like, who are you and what you be?
Oh yeah, I live in Palmdale. To
Palmdale?
start off, yeah. I used to live here in the valley, but then I moved when I was around 13. I think
Was it
it
13? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
13.
When
So
I
all
was
my teenage years
13.
was over there. Afterwards, I graduated from high school 2020 during the pandemic, and then
That's right.
I went to CSUN to study screenwriting, and then I graduated like 2 months ago. We both graduated. That was cool. Graduating with a cousin.
That was
And,
awesome, huh?
Yeah,
That
was really really cool. something different because I didn't have any cousins in high school, so so going by
That was
itself and
sick,
then
huh?
being with somebody, especially being with someone that doing the same thing, and it's kind of like, okay, I'm not alone. I kind of have like someone to lean on to. So, and now I'm here, unemployed still.
Wait, you are
Oh,
employed
okay.
through the Hate Me
Well,
Love Me
this-
podcast.
Actually, in
Yeah.
technicalities, guys, he is our intern.
Yes, I forgot about that.
Intern,
Yes.
no.
Oh,
He
okay.
is-
No, he's not an
Not our
intern.
is
Don't give him
the-
that.
All right, sorry, not
He
our
is
intern,
Don't do
sorry,
that
but
to
he is
him.
he is our writer for our
Yeah.
skits and everything,
Yes.
for our social media. Sorry,
Which coming soon, hopefully.
These little skits.
of which coming soon there should be.
Follow
one.
the socials.
Yes.
All the good things.
Not if something happens, if I get ran over or something. But yes. First question for you, Pancho. It's a nice conversation started. How was your week?
My week? It's pretty. It's, I guess normal. I guess you would say pretty normal. I've been, recently me and my family we've been going out on walks a little bit more often. But other than that, I mean, busy. Like I'm excited to do the skits with you guys and that too. But there is something hectic that did happen this week that scared
Ooh.
my family. Freaking
Ooh.
Mighty Soul. I don't know if you guys heard, but when Marisol's going to school, right?
Yeah.
And okay, obviously she's going to school. But I mean that she's doing her cross country thing. So and right now they're doing it early in the mornings. So right now she's coming back home, taking a shower and then get back, right?
Yeah.
And when my dad left her, I guess there was something that happened. You know how when you get the first bell,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
okay, pass the period to get to your first class. So when they heard the first bell, they were going, and that when she was there, that kids started kind of like it got hectic that they were telling kids to run to the classrooms.
Oh my
So,
god.
yeah, so I was like, what the heck? And so
That's
I'm
so
over here
improper.
sleeping, not knowing what the heck is happening. Jackie, obviously working, my mom is awake, and my mom receives a phone call from Mari, and Mari was like, Ma, they're saying there's a lockdown, but I got stuck outside. No one's opening the doors. There's other kids or whatever, right? So she was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm knocking." And my mom was getting so scared because like she heard the bang, whatever, like her banging on the door. And they were just kind of like, "Okay, just try to find." But thankfully, a teacher that had no class opened the doors for the kids, so they went. And turns out it was two parents fighting.
What?
Yes, turns out it was
Bro.
two parents fighting because of, I guess their child fought the day before,
Oh.
and
So they decided to get down for their kids.
yes,
Ah,
because they didn't
sick.
like.
I don't know if I
Hey.
respect it or
I respect
why.
it,
But
bro.
crazy.
I respect it.
That's crazy.
I respect it. Game
crazy.
down for your child, bro.
How old are these kids though?
That's one thing I did not ask her.
Well, they're in high school
Well, I
for
mean, if they're
sure.
It's high school, it's
they're
high school.
I don't know if
like
they're
15,
older than
14.
yeah. That was another thing, but
It'd be crazy if they're seniors, you know, like
that is crazy.
That would
why
be
your
funny.
kid throwing down
It's
my
like,
kid?
like, my dad could be your dad.
Dad.
And then
Wait,
there
was
they
it
go.
moms or dad?
Moms. I think it was
Oh,
moms. Yes.
my mom could be your mom. You remember that in elementary?
It actually happened.
Oh my god, that's funny. It actually
Maybe it
happened.
was something that was boiling since elementary.
Oh my god,
Oh.
stop. A long time
Bro,
rivalry.
yeah.
Long time.
They're gonna
beef?
be the best of friends.
Long time
They're
beef?
gonna be the best of friends in the coming years. That's
Or
crazy.
they're they're one of those moms that like talk bad about each other behind their backs.
Oh my god.
Like, bro, did you hear about like what that?
Did you hear
one
about
girl did?
Patricia? You know,
I know, bro.
we have. I think we have family members in Patricia.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
I didn't want to say
I
any
mean,
names.
yeah,
All the names
We
that
have
I
such a
had
big
was, like,
family.
people I know, and I
Yeah.
was like, you know, I'm not gonna use those names.
yeah, no. Yeah, there's no like oddball
Yeah,
names,
did
you
you
know.
hear about what Katrina did?
Katrina,
Yeah.
Katrina.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a wild storm right
That's
there.
crazy.
Yeah.
Get it? Because Hurricane Katrina.
I know.
That's messed up.
So Pancho,
Yes.
That's his name.
if someone asked you to describe yourself in 1, 2, or 3 words, like how would you describe yourself?
I don't know. I
How
think,
about we say what we think, and then
okay.
Oh, you let him think about it, or should we
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
back around to him? All right.
you go first.
You have
You
the,
go first.
You have the,
Oh, we have talking sticks?
Yeah.
Describe Pancho in one word.
1, 2, or 3 words.
Oh my god.
Just want to specify that.
First word I would say is quiet.
Yeah, that's true.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Respectful.
Respectful.
And very knowledgeable. Well, but that's not a word. That's a whole statement.
Yeah, that's the whole statement.
Um,
You guys want to go into it?
You know.
I would say knowledgeable then. Just one
Ooh,
word.
Okay.
Talking stick.
Here you go. Your turn.
Why would you go?
I asked the question.
Oh wow.
I think I have the choice to go last.
I came up with the idea.
Okay, but you have the talking.
Alright,
You have
so-
the talking thing now.
I'm gonna say, passionate,
Nice.
loving,
Ooh.
and smart.
Oh, that's so sweet.
This is mostly the dumbest thing ever.
I'll say kind.
Okay.
Ah man, so many stuff, you know. I'll say nice. That kind of rhymes with that's the same thing.
rhymes.
It's not my fault. It's the same
Rhymes?
as kind, huh?
Yeah,
I say smart.
You stole mine, but okay.
Oh, did you say smart?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? Oh, I didn't hear you say
Turns
it.
out that's not a
Sorry.
word I'll use for you.
Okay.
Wow.
You're not pizza.
That's crazy.
Y'all really took like all the stuff that I had.
Sure. That's what the kid says in class when
all
you
right,
get picked on.
shy. You are shy.
I am.
And okay, he said quiet. There's a difference.
You can say tender.
What?
Tender.
Like a chicken tender?
No, like tender. Like he's like a soft person, you know.
And I'll say cool.
There you go. Better word.
Cool. Okay, it's
My turn.
collected.
Yeah,
That's
how
a
would
white
you,
side.
how would you describe it?
I don't know. I think
That's 3 words.
I know.
yeah.
You can say the same words as us.
Yeah. Cause it's like I was. This is probably out of the blue. Probably like work in progress.
Ooh.
Work in progress.
Ooh.
Like,
I
I'm
like
like
that. I like that though.
learning different things, especially right now.
Yeah.
I feel like you change as it goes and you
Oh,
see different
facts.
things. So-
Gosh, that's such a
That's
good
a good
answer.
answer.
He's
That's a good
like,
answer.
he's like, it just came up right now.
And
It just
That's
came
why
right
he's
now.
our writer.
Yep.
Damn, that's
Yep.
good.
Yeah.
That's
This is
good.
why- This is why we picked him. This is why we
hired
picked
him.
him.
That's good.
Yes.
Man.
That was a nice answer. Wow.
Yeah.
I am like really impressed. But
I
yeah.
like that.
So like, I don't know if you were nervous, right? But this is like one of the questions that I found, and I thought it was like, you know what? Maybe he is gonna be nervous today. So like, the question is, what is it that makes you nervous today?
Nervous, like right now.
Yeah,
like,
like
this,
yeah.
I think this is like out of my comfort zone because I'm not good at what do you call it? Like communicating with people. I think that's one struggle that I have is communicating. So I think I would have to be this since I since I can like since I was small, I feel like I have a hard time getting my words out or like I go in a spiral and I never get to the point. So I think that's one thing, just like communicating and doing something out. Of my
Yeah, like,
comfort.
you mean you never expected to be on a podcast?
Heck no.
And it's the same thing as us, right? I mean, we never
Yup.
expected to make a podcast.
Nope.
I mean, bro, it's basically like two of the most quietest people in the family, right? And you decided to make a
Factual.
podcast somehow for
Facts.
some reason. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. And then you have that guy over there.
And then there's Miguel.
Yeah.
Part again.
It just happened. I'm sorry. I'm so loud.
Yeah, but do you guys have questions for him?
Yes, I got a question for you, Pancho. Being that we're both screenwriters, I know this is probably like maybe a difficult question, but like, if there is one thing that you want to get made into a movie or series, like an idea that you have, what is that idea and why?
One thing.
Yeah, like
Like-
your passion project that you want to be made, you want to get made.
That's a good. Probably. I think I would like to do a story about my dad.
Okay.
Oh, that's a
About-
good one.
Yeah, I think there's a lot there, and especially like, cause the way and I like we talk about this
Mhm.
too about doing it about certain people and kind of like not hurting people in the family. But one thing that I put in my mind is like, okay, I'm telling it from his lens of his eyes, so it's like and what he went through, because everyone has different stories.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
would say like seeing what he went through and everything, I feel like it's something that I would like to tell and everything.
You know what you should get them is those. Not trying to give people free publicity, but the TikTok. Have you seen those TikTok books? They're for your parents or grandparents,
No.
and then they pretty much write their story. Like you'll have a question,
Yeah.
and then they write their stories.
Yep.
I've been thinking about getting one for her,
I know.
which I know he watches this, so that's gonna kind of suck. But I was thinking getting one for like my mom and Nino Jaime,
Yeah.
and then grandma.
Mhm.
The only thing is that grandma you would have translated, but yeah, that would be cool because then you have the background, and it would be through his lenses because he's telling you personally.
Yeah.
So-
I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
That's
partner
cool.
bought one for her.
Oh,
for her
yeah?
mom and her dad, for both of them. Yeah.
So yeah, that would be cool because then you
That would
can
be
see
cool,
all
yeah.
that. Like obviously
Yeah.
there's stories that he's told you,
Yeah.
but that's like more him just being able to go down, deep down, and just write. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I should
Because
get
it's like
some.
the
I should get some
little
for our parents.
I know what you
the
mean.
little stories
you.
that they tell. It's just like what the heck, like you went through that or
Yeah.
that happened or like him because he lived in Mexico and everything.
Yeah.
And recently, which I thought was really cool, I was like, maybe I got it from you, but I don't know. He was talking about when he was small. I think he didn't tell me the age, but I think I'm gonna say he was like around I'm gonna give it 6,
Mhm.
right? Because he has like 13 siblings. So one of the siblings that he was talking about is his older sister, and what's it called? He remembers the time where they first got their the cassettes.
Oh
So
yeah,
like
yeah.
Uh,
you know, and right there in the rancho they didn't have a lot of stuff. So like he was telling me the other day how he would remember him being excited putting a film on and everything.
Oh.
And when he would watch it at his sister's house. And one thing that his sister was like, they call him Javier, right? They were like, Javier, like, don't bring anybody to the house because it gets hard to like to pass by and walk here. And he's like, no, I won't. No la voy a decir nada, and I won't tell anybody. And then he would go outside, and then he would tell these kids like, oh, I have like, like for watching the movies.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, he would go, and he would just explain that there would be a bunch of kids just sitting down in I think it was in their living room, and his sister would be like, I told you not to do it. He's like, it wasn't me, they followed me or whatever.
Oh, so you wouldn't take the blame for it?
Yeah.
so he's,
So
he was
was like-
promoting,
Yeah.
bro.
They're promoting a little promotion.
Which is
you
funny
know?
because he's so into movies still too.
He is.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is. He loves a lot of action films. A lot of action films. That's what he loves. A lot of that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's pretty awesome. I didn't know about that,
Yeah.
your dad.
Just
That's
little
sick as
things
hell.
like that.
Just throw like a little movie theater, like
I know.
bring your chairs. That's pretty sick. I know that they put it on.
Well, he has a projector, no?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you
We
see.
have a projector. So
Did he put it? Did he put it on a projector himself over there? Oh no, you don't have that then. but,
No, it was just I'm pretty like
like just a TV.
Mhm.
That's
And
dope,
just like they
though.
would have little things, and I feel like it gets passed down because even my grandpa, my abuelo is another. He likes watching films, and my dad would like the DVDs that we won't use anymore.
Yeah.
He would tell like whoever would come over here to visit, and whenever they would go back, he would like send it for his dad to go watch
Oh.
some films like that because he
That's really
loves
cool.
those old films basically because they're in Spanish and everything. So it's like it's pretty cool.
So then would you say that you're like inspiration or like, because it would be inspiration, right? Not aspiration.
Yeah. that's
Your
pretty
inspiration to like be a screenwriter and get into like that type
Aspiration.
of business or aspiration, right?
it's
Yeah.
aspiration, yeah. I
So
didn't
your
know where you were going with
aspiration.
that.
So would your aspiration be that is like that, like seeing your dad how much like he loves films and like shows and stuff, or is it more just like, well, yeah, like that?
I think that's a good question because I've recently been asked that, but in a different wording.
Mm-hmm.
Because and you probably might relate to this. There's a thing that when you that I've known being in college that they've always said like, what is it that made you want to be a screenwriter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in the beginning I used to be like, well, I just want people to relate to my films, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right now, especially like these few months not doing anything, I was thinking to myself like, okay, why is it? Like, am I being honest? And I feel like I don't think so. And then like I would like think back and I'd be like, okay, when I was small, I wanted to be like different things, like a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer, and different things. And I was thinking like, okay, why is that? And I feel like it's probably like inspiration from everybody in the entire family. And I think it's like learning. Hold on. Oh my God. Hold on. I'm getting a little nervous. Okay. I think it's like different things of seeing people, different things that have occurred in people's life that kind of I seen that's like, okay, I've seen a mom burying her child when it should be the opposite. Siblings losing each other at the young age.
Yeah.
Kids having to grow up real quick thinking that the world is like this beautiful place, but when those tragedies hit, it's like you're forced to grow up. My dad, who left his parents behind and some of his siblings to come over here to like kind of start something new for himself. And I know that he had dreams, but those dreams he had to like take a different route for them. And the way I see it was like, okay, you couldn't fulfill your dreams, but you did a family and you showed us that we can do the things that you couldn't in a way. And I feel like seeing those seeing those stories, I feel like I see them as untold stories that I feel like should be told. And I feel like that's a gift and something that I kind of fell in love with writing.
Yeah.
So
I respect that.
hopefully that kind of
That's awesome.
Yeah.
answers something.
No,
That's
it
really
definitely
dope.
does. It
That's
does.
really dope. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
That's a great answer. Wow. Hell yeah. Yeah, you found stuff out in the last 2 months. I think you figure out a lot of stuff when you're away from like,
Yeah.
because in school it feels like you're doing this stuff because it's like the assignment, right? And you're like
Exactly.
pressure, like I gotta turn something in, you know. But when you're away from it, I think you start figuring out a lot of stuff. I think that's stuff that I was talking to you before we started filming this, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like you gotta. I realize now what they're saying when you like, you know, hey, you should go out there, live life and stuff like that. Because like I lived like in the past year, I think I did so much. I learned a lot from many different people. Then I'm like, man, if I would really go out there and like do something different, I know I would come back with so many stories to tell.
Yeah.
I realize now that I have alone a lot of stories to tell from the life that I lived. But I know there's so much more story out there,
Yeah.
you know, and there's all the stories I have here, obviously, right? But like, I know if I go out there, I know I'm gonna gain even more. So I know that's like, and I used to hate when they told me that because like I was like, no, I think I lived a lot. I did live a lot. I have lived a lot already. But I think it would be worth it to just go out there and see what's out there, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really respect that answer. That's a really
Thank
dope
you.
answer. I think that was something like I struggled with for a while too. I was like, hey, why do I write? You know, but
Yeah.
that's pretty dope that you have that.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
it's weird because it's like because I remember I had a meeting with one of my professors and she was like, because I was like debating like, okay, should I take a gap year? Should I not take a
Mhm.
gap year? Should I go back and do my master's? Because I do plan on doing it and I am hopefully.
Yeah.
And one of the things that she told me is like, if you take the gap year, something that you can benefit from is that you might find out what you felt was missing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I feel like the last 2 months, I was like talking to my siblings and my mom and my dad. I was like, it feels weird because, and I'm pretty sure like for everyone who has graduated, once you graduate, you kind of feel like, what the heck is next? Like what now? And you
What
kind of
now?
feel like very lost. Like,
Yeah.
and that's how I was feeling these last 2 months. Like I was very like, what the hell? Like what am I supposed to do? Like I was like
Feels
lost.
like that.
Yeah, and then like I feel like little things were popping up, and I feel like you guys asked me, for example, writing the skits.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I'm writing again, and little things like I was writing in my journal, whatever, and then I was like, barely figuring. I was like, I feel like something that I probably like something if someone were to tell me what is something that you're afraid to fail at, and I feel like it's me stop writing, and I feel like that's the one thing
Mhm.
that I have to continue on
It's a
doing.
good
Mhm.
one.
Yeah, I feel like that's something that.
Wow. You answered a lot of questions
Yeah.
on here for me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry. It's
I know,
great.
yeah, it's
That's
awesome.
great.
It's awesome that you did.
Wow.
Because I mean, I wanted to say the two questions, right?
Yeah.
Well, the first question was, how did you come to the conclusion that screenwriting was for you, and is there a movie that inspired you?
Oh.
That was.
Has there been a
one of the
movie that
questions.
inspired you specifically?
Oh, no.
I know one that inspired me. It's such a weird one. Like it's such
Yeah.
like a. It's not like I have my favorite movie, right? Big Fish,
Mhm.
but it's not the one that inspired me to
That's
write,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
But like, there was one. It's such like, I don't know why it was this one specifically, but there was like, I watched because I had one that inspired me to go into filmmaking,
Yeah.
which is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest,
Oh.
right? But then I
That's a
had
good
one
one.
that moved me to screenwriting because I thought it was like it was so. At the time, I was very into anime. I'm still into anime and stuff like that. But at the time, I was like, you know, I was watching it a lot, and then I was watching a ton of movies at the time, you know, because what they tell us, you know,
Yeah.
in school like that. And it was one called it is one called Brick. It's called Brick, and it's one with Joseph Gordon-Levitt,
Yeah.
directed by Ryan Johnson, and it just that one was so cool because it's like neo noir,
Uh-huh.
but it's so like campy, like it's like, and they take a lot of cues from anime and stuff like that, the way the character designs are stuff and everything. Because like I think they take a Spike Spiegel. I don't know if you remember that character, where that character's from. Cowboy Bebop. There's a character
Oh.
Cowboy Bebop, and the main character inspires the main character in Brick, and it's such a cool little story. And I'm like, oh, you know that the screenplay that I have, A Kid Called Roach.
Yes.
Okay, so that's why I started writing that, because it reminded me of that. But that's like one specific one that like oh, this is why. And then I forgot what other one, but that one comes to mind. I think also 'cause I just love like, oh, these stories could actually, there could be some weird stories,
Yeah.
and
That
people will actually
inspired you.
pay to get it
Go
made,
watch it.
because there's another director which I always tell you to watch. His name is Yorgos Lanthimos,
Oh.
and he
Yeah.
does
Very creative.
there was I watched The Lobster, and Dogtooth from him.
Yeah.
And like crazy stories, and I'm like, these are getting made. Like people are
Mhm.
making these, and obviously like A24 movies,
Yeah.
sick as well, right? But that's those like, it's like I could write whatever I want, you
Yeah.
know, because watching those movies is like, this is crazy that this is getting made.
Mhm.
But like it was just like, this is dope. This is why I want to be a writer, you know.
Yeah.
But little things like that, you know, and
So,
also
is there a movie that inspired you?
Well, I would say, because before college, screenwriting wasn't my
aspiration.
Yeah, at first it was film production. So I
Mm.
feel like I was like, okay, I like movies. I wanna do something in there. And if like I grew up watching with my dad, my family, and everything, so like I might just do it. But I never like once it came to like the second semester of the sophomore year, I was like, okay, I was like seeing like, is this what I really want to do? And sophomore year, I took my first screenwriting class, and I was like, everything that was like where I was like listening and learning, it was like I think I want to be the person who tells and write the story. I want to be in control with the characters, you know? And I think after that, I think one of the films that kind of like got me like, oh, I want to tell story, like which is very out of the blue, but I love horror films.
Yeah.
So I think one of them was Scream. I think it is like such a like.
That
This
was
is
I
really
did not think that.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
no.
Scream is one of them. Yeah, Scream is definitely was the one that's like, oh, I really.
Which
like
one, the newer ones or the older ones?
the original, the first one.
Yeah, I
really
can
loved.
see that though.
Yeah,
I can see that though.
I really loved it. And I was like, I think, and the first script that I did for that class is a murder mystery one.
Oh.
So I was like, okay, that's what. Oh, and Knives Out. So I think. That,
Oh,
like,
Knives
Yeah,
Out.
Knives
I
Out's a
think
good
those-
one.
Ryan Johnson too.
So
Knives Out is a good one.
stuff like that is what got me like push. Like it
Yeah.
pushed me
Yeah.
to do those. And then
That's
now
interesting.
yeah, and then now after everything, I've been open to do more vulnerable stories. So but
Okay.
at the time and still right now because I love horror stories and stuff like
Yeah.
that, but that was what like I would say those two films
So-
is something like
While writing these vulnerable stories, do you like yourself like do you get emotional
writing
like
them.
while writing these?
That's a good yes. I would say yes because I think at the way I do it is what I feel at the moment. I think is
Yeah.
of what gets me inspiration of like because I know what's it called. I had did a story last semester.
Yeah.
And it was it's a heavy story. It was a really really heavy story.
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that, yeah.
And I don't want to give it away because I don't know who might be watching, and I don't want people to like.
Yeah.
Not saying they would steal the idea.
Yeah.
But
No, you're
they-
right.
You
No,
don't
no,
got- you
no.
don't
No,
got-
no.
You don't gotta
That's
say it. You don't
Yeah.
The
gotta
only
say
thing I
it.
would say is about siblings.
Yeah.
Right? And it's a really heavy story, and I think it kind of because the way I see it is when you write, I kind of get inspiration from like everyone around me, what they say,
Yeah.
what they speak, and everything, and what they do, and I feel like. What was your question? I like got lost.
It was while writing these vulnerable
Yeah.
stories, do you get emotional yourself? While
Oh,
writing
okay
them?
then. Yeah, just seeing stuff like that, like you kind of like. There's times where you kind of like put yourself too much in there. It's like. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind
But
of have to step away sometimes,
yeah, and you kind of have to breathe. But one thing that I put in my mind is like, okay, I'm doing this not because it like is not like because it's something that hurts me, like it's a
Yeah.
scar. It's more of like I'm doing this because it's healing.
Uh-huh.
It's like it's a heal thing, and it's something that like I feel like I it's just like I think it's like a heal thing that I
Yeah.
just feel. But yeah, it there is times where it's like, damn, I gotta take a break, I gotta pause and stuff like that.
So then, to follow up that, is there a story currently well, yeah, it would be currently. Is there a story that you are currently writing that you haven't been able to go back to because of that?
Yeah, I haven't been ready.
Yeah, like where it's like
Mhm.
it's been
That's
a thing.
Such
Yeah,
a good
yeah. So it's been like a thing. Like you're
question.
writing it out, right?
Yeah,
And all of a sudden you're like, oh wait, I gotta take a pause. Like I gotta break,
break from
and
it
then you gotta walk away, and then you haven't been able to go back to it.
to write.
Like
that
you've tried to, but just can't.
probably that one. I
Oh,
think it
okay.
has to be that one.
That one is
Just
heavy,
because-
yeah.
Yeah, just because
Oh, so that one's still ongoing.
it's still ongoing.
Mhm.
I did
Oh,
not finish
okay.
it. I struggled a lot. That's one thing.
How much you get? How long did you get to?
I think
70
I got
pages?
it to 70,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, huh.
And we were supposed to go to how
I
much?
think it was 90.
90.
90
yeah.
the minimum,
And
yeah.
one thing like that you're not supposed to do that they tell us is don't once you get your act one written, don't go back and change it. And that's something that I was doing.
I constantly do
Yeah,
that too. Yeah.
Something that I was doing is like, no, write everything, and the best like writing comes when you edit it.
When you edit
Because
it.
Yeah.
you're
Best
seeing,
writing
and it's like,
comes from
it's
that,
the
yeah.
best parts. It's like, okay, and I feel like the story yet, I'm trying to figure out what is like. I feel like there's certain things that are still missing, but I'm like, it's like like a work in progress. That I'm like, okay, but that is one story that I'm considering on what do you call it, submitting for my applications of going back. So, but that is one thing that a story that I'm being very very like careful with and taking my time with. But so that.
So then is that one, and maybe that's giving too much,
Uh-huh.
and you don't have to answer this. You can say plead the fifth.
Mhm.
Is that one a story about, like you said, like the inspiration from your family? Is it someone from that, or is it just a story?
It's yeah. I think it's basically I would say it's a story that I feel like my entire, not just my siblings and my parents. I feel like my entire family would kind of see themselves in little things
Gotcha.
in a story like that, and I feel like it's like, because it is a pretty heavy, it is a pretty heavy story. The one thing, it's about grief. I will say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it focuses a lot on the siblings itself.
Gotcha.
So
Yeah.
because it's like, I would say it's like it's inspiration. I don't know if you guys all seen Little Women.
I've seen Little Woman. Yeah. I know
Yeah.
what you're
So it's
talking
like, or I know in the episodes that before prior, like I know how you explained that the movie Iron Claw.
about.
Yeah.
If you resemble with your parents, with your siblings,
Yeah.
seeing Little Women,
That's
I feel
right,
like that's
huh?
something like, oh, that's me and my siblings. Like that's something like, it has like a little bit of
Yeah.
something, and I guess probably you can grow from there what the story might be about, but yeah.
Gotcha.
I think
Right,
the
that's
story.
right.
I will definitely tell you guys afterwards.
Yeah,
the
cool.
story's
Yeah.
about.
Yeah,
Okay, so going back to that you asked, because it was actually a really good question. It kind of goes back to me, because obviously I figured out that I wanted to be a writer in my sophomore year, and that's what I wanted to do, was write stories.
Yeah.
And I knew, I don't think I knew what type of stories I wanted to tell until now, that I feel like, okay, there's something that I'm missing, that I should put into my stories, because it's something that I feel like is important to put. And I feel like during that time, because I didn't know what to write about, I never got to complete a full script before. So
That's right.
hopefully now knowing that what I want to do, and for sure this is what I want to do, I get to
Complete it.
Yeah.
So then, follow-up question.
Yeah.
So then, most of the stuff you're writing currently, it's in script format. Because now that I seen how you do it, I never really knew the difference. Like
Yeah.
I've seen scripts before, but like book to script. Have you ever thought of like book like authorization or authors? Authors
Yes.
is the right word, right?
What I mean.
Like
What do you
him
mean?
being an author.
Oh yeah.
So like, have you ever thought of like with the screenwriting? Because obviously you
Yeah.
get a lot of books that turn into great movies, right? You have
Mhm.
the Harry Potters, all these crazy like great books, right?
Yeah.
That came before the movie. Like, have you ever thought of like, well, let me try to make this a novel, and then, or is it just like everything you specifically been doing is script?
The script? No, I hope right now I have a story that's perfect for a book.
Oh,
And
okay.
hopefully I have my kind of some ideas.
I think I know what you're talking
already
about.
put it.
Is it
Yeah.
the fantasy one?
Yep.
Yeah, it is, huh?
Yep. And I think, I don't know if I told you guys. I don't know if I told you guys that day. But I'm gonna tell you guys afterwards. Yeah. But yes, it's a fantasy one, and it's a something like inspiration. A little bit that I can say, it's a little bit Harry Potter, a little bit of Percy Jackson. What's another one that I was telling you?
Did you say Lord of the Rings?
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, right.
Because it's a fantasy one, but
It's pretty cool.
I feel like it's a story. What do you call it? Princess Bride.
Yeah.
There's a reason why, but it's like, I feel like it's a story. Again, it's a story that I feel like it's something you kind of have not seen.
Yeah.
So, but I'm excited to write that one. But there is other stories that I have in mind of writing into a book, because the one of the things I just want to do is just write. Just be able to tell stories.
I'm with
and
you
just
on
like,
that.
yeah.
Yeah. I think we talked about this before. Yeah.
Just to like.
Yeah, because that's my aspiration too. To be like, I just want to be a writer. When people tell me like, "What do you want to be?" I want to be a writer. That's all. I want to. I want to write a comic book. I want to write poetry. I want to
Mhm.
write all that stuff. Yeah. So
So with Emilio mentioning books and everything, I wanted to ask: is there a book that has changed your life the most, or that has like inspired you? If you get what I mean,
Yeah, no,
you
I
get my
get you.
gist.
Yeah,
You know?
I think.
if you get what I'm putting down.
I think one of that's my despite the Harry Potter books, 'cause
Yeah.
I love those, and
Mhm.
I know all of you guys like it.
Yeah, I mess with those a lot. Yeah.
I think
Nerds.
one book that like that sticks with me just with everything, like all the quotes in it,
I
that
said
just
Werner.
like continue
Whatever.
to stand in my mind is the I don't know if you guys
Okay,
read about
well.
the book They Both Die at the End.
Yes,
Oh
I'm reading it.
yeah.
I told you
Bro.
about it. I told you about
Yes.
it. Yes, I totally forgot about
I kind
it.
of hate you for it, but yeah, I'm reading it.
Yes,
I'm
it's-
currently reading that book.
It's a pretty good book, and the
Yes.
quotes are pretty like they're
It's insane.
Wait, which
It's a
book?
good book,
They both die at the end.
bro. Yeah.
Oh, that's what it's called.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Oh,
the thing. So, do you want me to tell you what it is? I can tell you that because it's like
Like the topic of it. Don't go too deep into
No,
it.
I won't.
But yeah.
But it's a
Jeez,
world
that's
it's a world.
It's pretty cool.
It's a company that's called Deathcast, and once it hits midnight, a new day, they call somebody that in the next 24 hours you're going to die.
Oh, damn.
Call
There's
people.
nothing to- yeah, they don't
You're on the
tell
call
you.
list, bro.
Exactly. They can't. They don't know how. They can just tell you that in the next 24 hours.
Today's your last day.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's
Crazy,
all
huh?
you get told, bro.
That's crazy, huh?
Literally.
That's insane.
Wait, so you don't know? No one knows how they die or anything?
Nope.
No.
The book
Damn.
takes place on like,
At least as
a
far as
day,
I am, no.
right?
We don't know.
It takes place in
Oh,
one
wow.
day. Yes.
The book takes place in one
One
day.
day.
Yeah, it's and then it's like it's not chapters, it's timestamps. So it'll be like, 12 o'clock in the morning, 12:05 in the morning,
Oh.
1 o'clock in the morning.
That's
But
crazy.
everything
bro.
he tells me about that book that happens, I'm like, it's so interesting. It's one day. It happens all in one day.
I need to.
It's
I
like
need
that's
to
a
read it
long
then.
day.
Yeah, you want to know the funny thing is that I don't think I noticed that till right now that you said it. Because right now it's
Yeah.
hitting me like that is true. Like right now I'm
Just
like
one day.
we're stuck right now. I think it's 6 in the morning where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like,
Yeah.
bro, like when I was reading it, it was really 12 o'clock midnight. That's crazy.
Yeah. So
It's a good book.
so damn, you're almost done with it.
Is it?
It
I don't know.
it
I don't remember how far
I
down
mean,
it goes.
it's only 24 hours in the day, so I mean, I'm assuming it's pretty.
Well,
short,
yeah, but it's 6 in the morning. I'm only at 6 in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
thought- I
No,
thought-
no.
You heard 6 p.m.
6 in the morning. Yeah, no.
No, no,
Did
no.
you
No,
say
I
6
heard him say 12 a.m.
Oh, no, I said midnight.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's where it starts.
Yeah, it's-
'cause
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Yeah.
But
That's where it starts.
I remember talking about this because
Yeah.
we had a class where we're doing adaptations,
Uh-huh.
and he was doing an adaptation of that one. And it was pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's cool.
It was pretty cool. But then they're making an adaptation now.
Yes.
Oh,
Dude.
it's becoming.
long.
It's
It's
becoming
becoming a
something?
show.
Wait, so
Yeah.
you would say that that's the book that's inspired you? Or
Like inspired me for to write
I mean,
again, or just
for
No,
anything.
it's just inspiration.
How
for
about
anything.
both?
for inspiration?
how about both? What's one book that you've read that has inspired you to be a writer? And then one book that's inspired you just in life?
Just a knife. Okay, I would say that one for sure. But I know there has to be another one that I've read that I can't.
Isn't that Perks of
think
Being a Wallflower? I feel like you talk about that
I
one
did.
a lot.
That's another good one that I have read.
I need to read that one.
Yeah, but I feel like there's another one that I've read.
You should read that one only because it's that guy also Stephen Chbosky. I think he also wrote and directed the movie as well.
Yeah,
You said
I think
Perks of
that's a
Being
good one.
Wallflower?
Yeah, Perks of Being a
Yeah,
Wallflower.
You haven't read
yeah.
it?
I read only parts of it.
Oh,
So that's
it's-
what I'm saying. I don't know if I would
It's
say that one.
It's a really good book.
I heard
Oh,
it's
that's.
the movie's
it's
good, but I heard that the book is
heavy.
even
That
heavier
that might be that book would
That-
probably be the book that got me into reading.
to reading.
Yeah, in high school.
Yeah,
Like if it wasn't for that book, I probably would have not.
not reading.
I gotta read again, man. I feel like I need to read more.
That's
Well,
pretty hard.
He's
Yeah.
the only reason why I'm
That's-
reading again.
Yeah.
That I
We had a
started.
whole conversation about
Yes.
books the other time.
With
right?
Jessica.
A
Yeah.
book. I mean, some viewers did ask like book
Yeah.
recommendations. I'm gonna put one out there. 3 Days of Happiness.
Oh,
3 days of
Oh
happiness.
oh my
It's
god.
it's
Beautiful.
a manga. You know what manga is?
Beautiful.
Oh yeah, I know.
Japanese comics.
Oh,
So it's a manga and it's
Beautiful.
a light novel.
beautiful
So
story.
it's made into a book and a manga. You got the light novel, awesome, and the manga is awesome, bro. Read both. I'll say
Wait,
I'll
what
say
was the
re-
first thing you
I'll say
said?
read the manga, huh?
Manga and what else?
It's a light novel.
What's the difference? Sorry. I
It's
just
just,
didn't-
light novel is just a book.
oh.
It's a novel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then it's made into the pictures of manga.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
It's just the comic.
Yeah. The comic
then,
versus the actual words.
Yeah,
Got you.
and then yeah, you should read that one, bro.
Yeah,
And
I'll look
that
into it.
one, for sure, I think it would inspire anyone to like in life.
Such a
It is
great.
such a
I'll look into that one.
I need to reread that one, man.
Because I am.
You
bought it,
trying
right?
To get back
Yeah.
on reading.
Can I use it? I need to use it.
I need to read it for myself.
Ah.
I haven't read it because that's one of the books that made me tear up.
Yeah.
Dude, it's
That,
such
that
a.
one that one and Perks Should Bring a
Come on,
Wildfire.
Anna told me to read that one. I'm over. I think it was during COVID. I think right, and we're inside, and I'm like, it's like 2 a.m. or something. I'm reading this. I'm like, dude, I hate you. I'm like under. We're in
I read it in a day.
bunks, right? I'm like
Yeah,
under.
that's okay.
I'm under. I'm like
In
I'm
a
sleeping
day?
below him. All I hear is
Well, because
bro.
it's only like
suck.
13 chapters, I think, or 25 chapters. Because it's literally 3 days. So the story, what the story is, I mean, it's not gonna spoil anything, but the story is that the guy, there's a store where
It's not 3
you
days.
could. That's what the book's called, though. It's 3 days of
It's
happiness.
not just 3 days though. It doesn't take place in 3 days.
No, it doesn't. But I think it's that's when he starts feeling the happiness, I think.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But either way,
Mhm.
there's a shop where you could buy off your life,
Yeah.
and I think it's the amount of money.
Sell your life. You could sell your life
Oh
to
yeah,
get
yeah,
money.
yeah. Sorry.
Oh,
You sell your life, and I think you could choose. I think you could choose when to pass, right?
I don't know.
I don't. I think it depends how much money you put out.
Yeah.
And
How much life you give.
and then the guy he only had. I think it had to be 13 days.
It's such a great. Oh my god, man.
And then he meets
love that one.
this woman, and that's when he meets her, that's when he starts figuring out life and how special it is and everything.
There's such a good point in that book.
It's such
bro, and
an
he's gonna
awesome
die in
book.
13 days and he just found love. That's what you're saying?
You had to read it.
You have to
That's
read
crazy.
it,
You
man.
have to read it.
3 days
It
of
is-
It's more
it
than
is-
that.
it's
You're
It's
gonna have
more
to
than
send me
that.
the Amazon link so I can get it.
Oh yeah,
It's
for
more
sure.
than
I
that.
get
for
paid tomorrow, so I
sure.
can get it.
Such a great
That
one.
book, guys.
I want to make
awesome
that
book.
into a show or movie.
Yeah.
That's
That
worth it.
one. Any of you guys,
3
if you
Days
guys
of
make that
Happiness?
into a movie,
Dude,
3 days of happiness.
3 days of happiness, yeah.
so beautiful, beautiful. One
Well,
of the most beautiful.
I think the manga's called something different. I think it's like like 1,000 yen for life or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But you can just search up
Such
3 Days
a-
of Happiness manga, it'll come up.
Such a
But yeah,
great
it is a
story.
great book. Because that one,
Oh,
Percy
that's why
being
it
a
didn't come up. I
wallflower,
put 3 days of madness.
3 Days of
3 Days of
Happiness. But that one, Percy being a wallflower plus Percy being a wallflower, it's the 25th anniversary edition.
Yeah. Oh,
That's the
Have you-
green
have
one,
you
no?
re- have you read
I
the
haven't heard it, but Victor was telling me about
the
it.
last letter that the author puts out, bro? Bro. That
It's
that
hard.
makes
At
you
the
that
end?
makes you tear up.
The
That's
letter?
a-
Well,
The
it's
25th
a
anniversary.
happy.
Oh.
It's because he puts a last letter in,
Yeah.
and it's awesome letter.
It's
It is
it's
an
the
awesome
letters that
letter, bro.
Charlie
Yeah,
basically
that
writes, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I gotta read that book.
Yeah. That I was.
It
I
is-
didn't know that
it
they had a
awesome,
different
bro.
version of it. Or
Well, it's a 25th
Edition.
anniversary
like there was
edition.
added stuff to it.
It was a 25th anniversary
I have to
edition.
look into that.
Yeah,
I love that
it is
movie, bro.
awesome, bro.
We are
Awesome.
infinite, dog.
That's cool.
Oh my
We are
god,
infinite.
that's a good.
Yeah.
No, the
That's a
part
good one, bro.
where he's like the age thing where we're turning into. He's like we're turning 16 and everybody's turning into 17. Like when he's the freaking whole dialogue is like, boy, you let us breathe for a second right there. That was good.
Down, down for sure. Try to finish Percy being Wallflower if you can,
will.
because that is a hard book. That is a heavy book.
That's a heavy one.
And 3 Days of Happiness, that one.
I'm gonna look into that one.
3 Days of Happiness is
Sure.
so beautiful.
It is
bro.
a beautiful story, man.
Ah,
That
dude.
one's a beautiful.
I'm gonna have a
story.
library with all the stuff you guys keep recommending.
Yeah,
You gotta read that one.
for sure.
You gotta read that one, Pancho, for sure.
You know which other I feel like can connect to Perks a little bit? Not so much, but I think you guys all seen the movie, but the book is awesome. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl.
Oh,
I
that was
haven't seen
You
good.
haven't seen it?
I haven't seen
That
it
one's
yet.
good,
Yeah.
Pancho.
That I've only
Oh
watched the
my
movie.
god.
I watched
You
the
haven't
movie.
seen
I
how
think I
hard to
have
read
the
that
book.
one.
I have the book
such
put away.
It's such a good
But,
book
yeah.
because it's like, because you know the ending already. He says it in the
Yeah.
beginning, but it's like when it gets there, it's like, oh, so
Mhm.
much. It's such a good book though.
Yeah.
I like that book. Yeah. Fudge,
Yeah.
man, that's a good book. That's a good book. Yeah, no. One also too is that I think you should read too because it's such a really wonderful one. It's it's one that this guy makes maps. I let you use it. I used to use it to read one time. It's like, okay, the front of it is like, it's, I'm trying to remember what this guy makes maps, right?
Yeah.
But he has like depression and he goes to a mental ward, and then he meets all these cool people and everything like that, right? They also struggle with the same stuff he does, and I'm like
Oh,
not.
is that the one in high school?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Like,
I'm
I
trying to
had
remember.
to give it back to you because you owed money at the library.
Yeah.
Isn't
So
it literally called Maps?
no, it's not called
No,
Maps.
it's
I
not.
forget what
It
it's
is a
called.
good book though.
What is it
I know which one
I
you're
don't
called?
remember what
talking
it's
about now.
called.
I remember the book cover.
That book cover is so iconic, and I don't remember what the freaking name of it is.
You recently
Well,
read it or?
I read it so long ago.
Well,
It was high
have
school.
Have you?
I was in high school when he gave it to me.
Oh wow.
Yeah, bro.
Have you read Catcher in the Rye?
Oh yes,
Which one?
bro.
Catcher in the
The
Rye.
Catcher in the Rye.
No, I haven't. That's
Dude,
one
you
thing.
gotta read
Have
that
you read
one.
Kite Runner?
Oh,
Look, Victor has it. Victor tells me to read it. I just haven't read it.
it's
So
like
okay, so all the books you're mentioning now,
Yeah.
you should read.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay.
I highly recommend it.
Okay.
I highly recommend
Yeah, 'cause
it.
I recently have been falling out reading. So,
Well,
and I'm getting back.
I know for sure Percy Being Wildfire and Kite Runner are heavy books. I wouldn't read
Okay.
those back to back
Okay.
for sure. But the other two, 3 Days of Happiness and Catcher in the Rye. I mean, Catcher in the Rye is not.
oh, it's kind of a funny story. That's the
Oh
movie.
my God.
That's the book. That's the book.
Yes,
That's a movie
Victor,
too.
Victor told me the
Damn, Victor has some good
plot.
taste,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, Victor told me the plot about that one, and he said I think that was one that he said he made him cry.
Oh yeah,
And
dude.
that's one that he said that made him
It's such
cry.
a beautiful book.
Bro, is it
man.
bad that I didn't know it was a movie?
It's kind of a funny story.
Yeah,
Nah, the movie.
Oh, yeah,
The movie's
that was the
good.
movie.
The
We
book
did
is way
watch-
better
yeah.
though.
I didn't know that.
But the movie's good though.
Yeah, I remember because that's how the book
Yeah,
was.
right
Dude,
now I have like
so cool.
at home
Miguel
I
almost
have
didn't graduate because of that book.
a library of books right now.
A Catch in the Rye though.
That
A
one?
Catch in the Rye is like an essential you should read,
Yes,
especially
Catcher in the Rye
especially
and
with
Kite
your
Runner.
having siblings and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Man,
Catcher in the
dude,
Rye.
that last like 5 pages, bro, so hard to get through.
Yeah.
Because it's like, but I mean in a good way, because it's like, because it deals with grief and stuff, and it's just so like I didn't know. I read it when I was younger, and I read it recently now, and I was like, just the ending. I was like, the because you don't know. Do you know what have you seen the cover of it?
Yes.
Do you know what
It's
it
like,
is?
It's like painting, right? Because I've seen like.
Oh,
like,
you gotta read the book.
Yeah,
You
to
gotta
read
read
the
the book.
Because I see
Okay.
like, it has different colors.
So yeah.
The-
So
the-
like it
the-
has a
the-
horse.
the-
It has a horse
yes,
in
The
it.
cover,
Okay.
the cover is a big thing.
So-
I didn't know till I read the
Me,
book.
I didn't know till I read it either. And then once it, yeah, there you go. Look at that.
I'll
Do
put
you-
it up on the screen.
Do you know what that is?
Catcher. I thought we were talking about the other one.
It's kind of a funny
It's
story.
Funny
No,
Oh,
I'm sorry. The Catch in the Rye.
Yeah.
Then no, I have.
Do you know what that is? Can you tell what that is when you look at it?
Again, I'll put it on the screen somewhere right here. Every 2 me, no, I'm kidding.
Oh wait, first it is a horse, but I feel like
It's
it was like somebody's
it's
on top
called a
of it.
carousel, right?
You can't tell them.
Oh, well,
The
I mean,
carousel
he's
horse.
not gonna
Yeah.
know till he reads the book.
It
It's
is
a carousel
horse,
though.
really.
Yeah. It's a carousel horse.
But it looks like more than
Yes,
Oh,
literally,
yeah, so-
literally, when you read the part, you're gonna literally look back.
It's like
And you'd be like,
damn.
Oh, he
Oh,
like
no way.
says it in the book.
There's a whole meaning
There's
to
a
it.
whole
Oh.
dude. There's a whole scene,
Bro.
and that's the scene I'm talking
It-
about.
yeah.
It's the end of the book, and I'm reading that
That
scene,
one.
and I'm like I think it was that night or something, and I'm reading about it. I'm just bawling, man. I'm just bawling. It's
That
such
one.
because it's so beautiful. Like it's just because like he goes through this whole like life of like this. It's like a day, I think, right? And it's like 2 days, I think. And he's going through this whole night and everything. He's such like a matter of fact kind of guy, right?
Yeah.
He tells it like it is, but he's also like super nice. You know, like he's she's a pretty cool guy.
He's a
Um,
nonchalant
Yeah.
dude.
Like I think like people he can either get you mad, but like you respect the honesty that he puts out, you know? But like he's such a cool Holden Caulfield's such a good character, and you got to read it. It's such an inspirational book. That book has like informed so many screenplays that I write and stuff like that. The characters that I put in there. That book is great.
That
book
one
is great.
And Kite Runner took me a
Oh.
while to finish.
Yeah.
Dude, Kite
'Cause
Runner's
there's stuff
so
in it, it's
hard.
pretty heavy, and
Oh,
I'm not very into that stuff, obviously.
Yeah.
And yeah, it took me a while.
that
but
ending.
Next,
Yeah.
I know that's
That
that's
ending.
one that they use for the schools to read.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
Kite
that's such a
Runner?
yeah. It's so
Is that a
sad to
new
read.
That's where Victor.
Oh,
That's where Victor first read the book.
Yeah, they have kids. Not kids. They have high schoolers.
High schoolers.
reading the
Read
book.
it?
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah, I've heard a lot about
that
That's-
ending.
Yeah.
Look into
That
those.
ending's so sad, man. That ending's so
Yeah.
sad.
It's a heavy book because I'm not very comfortable with all that stuff, but it took me
Yeah.
a while.
The ending is It's so sad, man.
Yeah.
The ending is it's a beautiful ending.
Yeah,
Beautiful
yeah.
ending. But it's like the reason how they got there. God, it's just Such a great book.
Yeah.
That's a
Well,
great book.
Let's switch this conversation.
Transition
to
a little
books,
bit.
Right. But are you gonna ask a question?
Sure. Probably the last question for this before we get to our.
More
No,
than
one.
Oh,
Gotta make
okay.
it difficult.
All right.
No, don't do that. It
Nice
could be
try,
more than
but-
one.
How about two?
It could be anything. It could be anything.
I'll put a string on you guys. I don't know. The one person that I admire the most.
Alive or dead?
Famous, not famous.
Could be.
No, it's not no one famous.
Uh,
I really don't. It's because the way I put it is like, I don't know. I can't see anybody famous because it's like. No.
Do you really know them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, right?
Yeah.
But the one person that I admire the most was because I learned different things from everyone. That's just like very, very hard. That's just like I would say like the love that everyone has in my family, but I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I think I'm.
it's too much pressure.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw you under the bus
Listen.
right now. That's why.
Why?
Let
What
me
would
give
you guys
you-
say? Huh,
oh.
What would you guys say?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
damn. You stared through it back at us.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
What would you
Oh.
guys say?
Damn. Person that's admired the most?
I would say
Bro.
I feel like the easy one's parents, right? I obviously
Yeah.
admire my parents. That's super easy. But I think the people that I admire the most are my brothers. Only 'cause I know, like, I think Juanchi's seen the way Juanchi's is.
Mhm.
I realized like I wish I was that way when I was a kid. And I
Yeah.
really wish like I was in tune with myself when I was a kid, like he
Yeah.
was. Like he
Just not caring where everyone else.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I wish I had that when I was a kid. I appreciate that from him. On his confidence, I wish I had that.
Uh-huh.
I wish I had that. And Jaime's determination.
Yeah.
Like, it gets me mad sometimes how determined he is because like he sees one thing and he wants to go get it.
Mm-hmm.
But I admire that a lot from him. He's a very something that I lack, and
Yeah.
I see the stuff I lack in each of my brothers,
Yeah.
and they inspire me every day to be a better person. But yeah, I think my brothers.
Your brothers.
Yeah.
You. I'm main
What?
host. I get to choose.
Damn, that's hard. I feel like going away from like how he was saying, like obviously my mom,
Yeah.
you know, single, she did it alone. She grew us up. Grandma doing what she did, what she's been through. Like that's all parent related people, right? Like I can say my Nino,
Mm-hmm.
Jaime, your mom. Like there's many reasons. Like them alone, and if they do see this, hopefully it doesn't hit them too hard. But it's like them being able to love a kid that wasn't theirs and bring them into their family. Like that was great. So it's like how you say it's kind of hard to say one person.
Yeah.
But I think one person that at least those people that I just named can really relate to. I think it would have to be my Nino Felix. But it's because like for that same reason, like he brought a kid that wasn't his.
Yeah.
Right. He had no responsibility for it, but always had him there, right, with him. And but I feel like it was more than that. Like even the fact of like he made whatever was tiny or big, be big. Like I know we joke about it, and I don't think we have said it in the podcast, which is funny. But like, yeah, don't worry. Like I'm gonna take you to go get a jumbo jack with cheese, right? Like the big thing was cheese, and it's
Yeah.
like stuff like that. Like just having an outlook in life. Like even though like life can be crummy, like you gotta look at sometimes a little positive stuff. So I would have to say, my Neo Felix definitely showed me a lot with
Yeah.
even the little time that we had him here with us, like definitely showed me a lot. So, right, how to love, how to be a good husband, even though when it's hard. So I would have to probably say Manuel Felix. So, and you guys know what he meant to
Yeah.
me. So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
That was good.
Pancho?
What?
Wait,
No,
no!
you. He's the guest.
What the hell?
Cause I don't know. Like,
It's a pretty
cause,
hard one.
it is. Why did I put this question down? Cause I really don't know. And not in a bad way, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like,
There's a lot to choose from.
That's also good
Yeah.
though if you think about it.
That is.
We have a
Yeah,
good
'cause-
family.
Yes.
Yeah.
we have a lot of
Pretty good
positive-
family.
Yes.
A lot of positive
'Cause-
impact in our
cause
life.
like
Yeah.
a good thing is in our family is that we all of us fight, and then we all just somehow just get back to all together.
Mhm.
But I think that's also because like we learned that
Tomorrow's
you-
unpromised.
you should always come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't know who admired me the most.
admire you immediately.
Oh, wow.
Oh wait,
I admire you.
I mean,
You want to go there?
Nah.
Let's be soft with you right now. You know, I admire you. You know why?
why?
Because you stepped out of your comfort zone. Probably the most of any of us have ever expected, and created this beautiful thing.
Yeah.
Got us together every weekend. Got a whole bunch of people together every weekend. Family
Yeah,
members,
that's pretty cool.
near and far, that are on this, watching this day to day. So yeah, I admire you, Rancho.
Well, thank
And
you.
doing
But
what you're doing.
I mean, I referred the question wrong, but someone I admire the most. I really don't know. It's not like I don't know who. I mean, I know the people, but it's like it's multiple people.
Yeah.
Go for it. We said multiple people. I think I named off pretty
Because
much
of
all of the older
course,
people in the family.
of course, my father. Obviously, I mean, if you guys watch back to the camping
go back to
episode,
episode
y'all will understand there.
Hit the like button on that episode, please.
Because I mean, he's like been through so much. I mean, you watch Iron Claw, you would get his story.
Yeah.
You will very much get his story.
Yeah.
My mom. Trying to... I think that's it. Like the ones I can
That
say
could be
right now,
fine, yeah.
the ones I can say right now without getting emotional, it's just those two.
No, go ahead. We want to hear the other one. Here you
Pancho?
go. No, throw it back in, bro.
Nah, it's fine.
Pancho.
Me? Okay, so, because you guys name multiple, I'll name a few. For sure, my siblings and my parents, because I've always said, them, they know how much I love them, and how can I say it? No one's gonna be them, and I think that's, like, the same as, like, everyone else. But, for sure, it's them. Like, I know, like, how you explained, like, for sure, it's them. But there is, if I have to say, there is another person I haven't told. This person is probably like, not that I'm saying they're a little, like, not that they're delusional on the way that I tell them how I feel about them, but I think the person, I hope deep down they know that I admire them. I don't want to say it because it's gonna get me a little.
It's okay to get emotional. I already
No,
got told
no.
today it's okay to get emotional. I just don't
We've been
want
told
to.
by a lot of people actually that we should get more emotion on our podcast.
And
Yeah.
They love us.
I think it's not because and my thing is like I don't know how you say it, because it's like how you guys say I admire everyone, but I feel like it's because I got very close to this person throughout these years, especially like during like COVID and stuff like that, and going to school with her, that I feel like, okay, I seen the way she is and everything, and I think it's Evelyn, and I feel like I've learned so much about her that I didn't when I was younger, and I feel like seeing that now and the person that she is, I feel like she's so much more than what she thinks, and I feel like she doesn't see that, and I feel like that's a person that I admire.
Shout out to her.
Yeah.
Shout out to her.
She also said that she wouldn't mind being on this podcast. So
Yep, she did.
should probably bring her on.
We do need a female guest.
She's funny. She's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Well, that's it from our questions.
Oh, now from the
we do have
viewers.
some viewer questions.
Dun, dun, dun.
I told y'all that if y'all put questions down, we'll answer them.
But y'all don't.
But this is our request from. Wait, did I ask that question? Okay, this is a request from from one of our viewers. I don't know if she wants me to announce her. Manina Veronica.
Oh yeah.
Veronica.
So, this is actually a question. She told me this is a question for all of us. If you were able to write one paragraph about something that you want the whole world to know, what would it be?
Oh, that's right. That was a good question.
A
Yeah.
whole paragraph?
Mm-hmm.
A whole paragraph. Give her one.
See,
It just gets done.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get time to like.
I think
Nope. No time.
if I had the whole to tell the whole world something in a paragraph,
yeah.
isn't that basically like I'm about to die? I'm about to.
I mean, it doesn't have to
Sorry,
be that.
I know. I'm just.
I would
I'm just
tell
putting
them
stakes
our
on
life
it,
story, our family's
raising
life
the
story.
stakes.
In
Yeah.
one paragraph?
In
No,
one
I'm
paragraph.
like.
Oh.
And
I think-
leave it with
Why?
the cliffhanger at the end
Yeah.
and be like, our family riches are at. and then just
Yeah, that'd be
Leave
fun.
the treasure map in the
Yeah,
back of the paper.
the One Piece.
with no X.
The One Piece is
A lot of
found here.
lines with no
Just
X.
no X.
The One Piece is found here. ... Looking back,
Takes
Nothing.
takes 1,000 episodes.
Those
to
dots
Yeah.
lead into like a whole thing.
I think in one paragraph, in some way, I would have to convey all the love I have for the people that are in my life.
Damn,
I think that's
that's
what I
hard.
try to do.
A paragraph,
Yeah, and I
4
think
sentences.
4 sentences. I think I can do that in 4 sentences.
You think you can?
I think I can.
I mean,
You can't
a
use
paragraph doesn't have to be 4 sentences.
Well, that's like the standard.
Teachers say like 4 to 6. So like,
I can make that.
Okay, 2 more, really, bro. That's a good one.
And I'll put a semicolon in the end
Oh my god.
because the story continues
oh,
even after my death.
Bro.
I say death, but I put death on here. I just mean,
That's a good one.
yeah, my love will always be there for you guys, whatever it happens. But yeah, that's what I would do.
I don't even know how you top that. Thanks a lot, Miguel. You left no room to grow.
I don't know how you're gonna write a paragraph of that, but I feel like that's what I would
I
do.
think for me, it would be to write a word. I don't know if it counts as a paragraph though. To write each word. To write how I felt during my darkest days.
But you would want the world to know that?
Because to let other people know you're not alone.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Man, why are you guys gonna go all softy soft?
I think I
We're
might.
soft boys, man.
Jeez.
That's the way it is.
I think I might have one.
You got one now?
Do you want me to go or do you want to go?
Did you already say it?
Yeah, but I was joking.
Oh, go.
It was just jokes. Actually, no, I'll just stay with that.
Okay.
What does he say though?
The family, try to put our family story
Yeah.
with the fake treasure
That's
map.
funny,
at the end.
yeah.
That's fun. But
I don't know,
damn,
this
because you
goes-
guys is good, bro.
Those are good.
Because yeah, in that case, I would probably put something
you
about
guys
kids
doesn't have
getting
to
through.
compare to ours.
No, we're not trying to compare, but like,
Because I
'Cause we're
have one,
going
but I don't
real.
know if it makes sense. I don't know
Try
if it
it.
makes sense.
I mean,
maybe
just-
we'll.
I think one of them is like kind of showing people try to remember the last time you played as a kid. Because those moments are
Ooh.
something that you're never gonna get back because it's gonna affect you in a.
Have
You're
you-
gonna be open
Damn.
to
Is
something
Is it bad that I got chills from that?
That's
Bro,
crazy.
because think about
I
it.
never
Like,
thought
if you think about
that.
it, right? Hinting back to our conspiracy theory episode, go back to episode
Uh-huh.
12 or whatever it was. Like, can you recollect the last day you went outside and were like, yeah, okay,
right?
oh, we'll come back and play this game tomorrow? Because I remember that was a lot with Jaimito, that we were playing soldiers or something, and they're like, oh, we'll finish this tomorrow because they got to go home.
And then we never.
And we
finished.
never went back to finish it.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever
It's
thought
crazy.
about that?
It's really crazy.
That's good. Wow.
That's good.
That's
This is why I'm not a
crazy.
writer.
That's a writer's
I leave that
mindset.
to you guys.
But
Sounds
you're
good.
gonna say one?
What?
An answer?
So what?
To this? Are you gonna say another answer? I thought you said you were gonna.
Oh, the one I would say is the whole, which was in our last or 2 episodes ago, like the whole going through life thing as a student, like just giving the perspective of like when it gets tough, remember that there's still a light at the end of the tunnel, and push through whatever you're trying to do, if it's here, away, wherever you're at. And again, because I feel like that's one of those things that a lot of students feel like they're alone in, and it's like you're not. Your roommate might be going through the same thing, and that was one thing I had to understand in school, being up there. But and I learned that just seeing like friends that came back, and I know George watches this and stuff, but like friends that came back because of certain life situations.
Yeah.
And then, but yeah, so it's just that like you're not going through this alone. Some people it takes a little longer, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Just keep going, keep pushing, just
Yeah.
keep swimming. You know, Dory.
Just keep
Yeah.
swimming. Just keep swimming. All right. Well, I think the rest is for you.
Oh.
But I mean, we could answer them too. I think. What makes you continue to reach your goal?
What makes me continue to reach my goal? What makes me continue to reach my goal? I think I'm gonna be honest, just keep writing. Just keep writing. Because me writing is not necessarily writing about what do you call it, my stories. It's just writing about what's going on in my life.
Yeah.
Just little things like that, and it helps. It helps, especially because, like I said in the beginning, I stumble a lot when I talk, and I have a hard time talking to people.
Yeah.
It's something I have, and I just putting it into words. I feel like makes more sense, and I feel like that's something that. What about you guys?
What was the question?
What makes you keep going?
Oh.
Well, basically, what makes you basically keep going?
Right now,
Yeah.
besides Jessica, I feel like just the life goals that I have in life, or the life goals, right? Though, but and I think a big one right now has to be the kids that I coach in baseball and at school, like the middle school kids I coach.
Yeah.
Like I think that's what keeps me going. Like, because there's days, and I know people know that there is. That it's like I don't want to be doing this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go to class and I was like, bro, or I go to that one practice and it's like, bro, all these outside forces that I was worried about, like, you're not here for the outside forces. You're here
Yeah.
for that kid that hopefully, and I've been told this my whole career of learning how to do what I'm doing. Like, you're not going to see that right now. And you might not see it ever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, but that's the good thing about it. Like, just know that you're making a difference. And
Exactly.
I think that's what keeps me going is not so much that I want to make a difference. It's knowing that if I'm a good person in that kid's life, like the teacher that is the reason why I do what I do now, which I'll give her a shout out, Miss Sophia, out at Humanitas. Like you caring for that one kid can change that kid's life, and you might not see it because I'm pretty sure she didn't know it, and yeah, so that's what I would say.
That's a good one. The mystery of everything behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Very enigmatic.
Okay.
We have a big words.
The mystery behind it, very
So definitions
enigmatic.
with Francisco. What's
Oh my
enigmatic?
god, that's hilarious.
If I it's like a very
Ow.
you would see like a mystery, right? Like it's
Yeah.
just like things that it's just like a mystery out there.
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't need like in a way it's like you don't need the answers to it.
I'm gonna
I
use
think-
that.
If I hopefully
I'm gonna use that big word
I
on
don't
Monday.
I don't look dumb and I explained it right.
That's very enigmatic of you.
No, I don't know that you used the right word. Oh, because I guess
Yeah.
you're saying that's very
That's very
mysterious. Of you.
mysterious of you.
Why you gotta do your
Well, I
face
wonder
like
if I
that,
could
though?
use them in pickup lines. You give me an idea.
Anyways,
Very
what was?
Pancho, what was your?
No, the question on him.
No, the
Oh, I
What
thought
keeps you
Pancho
going? No.
I thought did you answer your question? Did you
Yeah,
answer
you
it?
did.
What?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
you
true.
did. I didn't-
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry.
He threw it back to
You have the
us.
answer too.
Didn't I?
Yeah, he
No.
passed you the talking
Play
stick.
back to.
No, go. Mr.
I'm
Softy
just
over
kidding.
here.
I'm just kidding.
I got an answer. You got an answer yet?
What
I got an answer. You
Yeah,
want
you
you thinking
go.
about it? I think my younger self, only because I think what I'm doing now would have made my younger self very happy, because now I'm chasing my own happiness.
Yeah.
And I think my younger self would be pretty proud of the person I became to be. So I think that's what keeps me going. That I'm able to be better than when I was in the past. Yeah.
I think I need to find out what's pushing me.
Oh,
You're still young.
That's
That's
a good
good.
one.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
You're still young.
I like
That's
that
fine
one.
too.
Hey, as long as you're aware of that, that's what's
Yeah.
I think the key thing now.
Yeah.
Because
Because for some of us,
something's
it's just
pushing me towards my goal.
It
I just
keeps
don't.
you-
I
it-
need to find it.
Having that keeps you to keep on chasing on to something.
Yep.
And that something is probably like I don't know where, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
go to it.
And that's good though,
Yeah.
because I said I think it's something to know. But yeah, you people down below, comment down below what keeps you going.
Yeah.
Is it the coffee in the morning? You know, sometimes it's that.
What is one thing that a person has told you that has stick with you always?
Yeah, stick with me.
I have one.
I don't think I could say mine.
Why?
You get emotional.
Oh,
You have the mic on you,
I
bro.
know,
Oh
you can
shoot!
do that.
Oh
Is that like-
no!
you can mute the mic, you do.
Oh,
But anyways,
I think. Wait, what? Say the question again. What? One
something
thing?
that someone's told you that's stuck with you.
that has stuck with you always.
Damn, it's a good one.
So I think there's two. I can start if you guys are still thinking. I have two.
Go.
One,
Yeah, you go. You go.
one, it's which is Babe Ruth. but technically, my Nino Felix was the first one that introduced me to it. It's like not allowing the fear of striking out keep you from playing the game, and the only reason why it's because it's allowing yourself to take those leaps and chances.
Yeah.
Because if you don't ever swing the bat, if you keep the bat on your shoulder, you're never gonna succeed. With that one, picking back off that one is a coach of mine in high school said to shoot for the moon because if you've missed, you'll land among the stars. And it's the same reason, like it's like yeah, like if you're just always giving your best foot forward and your best effort, don't worry about the rest because
Yeah.
you're still gonna get to your common goal. And then one, because I tell kids a lot this is when my Nino Jaime told me when I first left to college, don't chase the money. The money will come. Chase what you want to do. Chase the thing that is gonna make you happy waking up at 6 in the morning, which that's the time I wake. No, I wake up at 5. The thing that makes you wake up early in the morning, and you, even though it's hard to get up, you're able to get up because you're gonna go do that thing.
Yeah.
So, and then the money will come. So that would be the technically 3 things I think that have stuck with me and pushed me through life. And then push is another one, I guess. Damn, I have a lot.
That is.
Push.
They're good ones.
That one's which I know is a little more religious, but pray until something happens. But specifically, not just pray, push until something happens, because God is not just there for you to ask stuff for; He's there to help you get through those things. So yeah, damn, sorry, but yeah, those.
Yeah, they're good ones though.
And you guys?
Okay.
One that comes up right now for some reason is I'm proud of you. It's such a simple thing, but like I think every time I've heard it, it's always been earned.
Mm-hmm.
It's always something that I did, whether no matter how small, how big. Just hearing that, because like I know in our family we say I love you a lot. You know, I love you. I felt love all of my life. That's nothing like I haven't felt, right? That I'm missing in my life. But accomplishments.
Yeah.
You know, I get very down on myself. And I tend to view the things I do as very small. But it's good to know that the people in my life don't view it the same way as I do. So when they say I'm proud of you, it really means a lot to me. So I think that and that always sticks with me, even though anybody could say it, right? But that one's awesome. That sticks with me.
Pancho?
I think the one that only pops up in my mind is one that my dad says in Spanish. Is lo que es poder. I think that's what you say. Lo que es poder.
That's a good one.
So it's like how do you say it? 'Cause it makes sense. When you want something, you get it in a way, or
No, it's more. I think the better translation would be
When you feel it,
no,
chase
not even
it.
that. Lo que es, lo que poder. It's
Twisters.
I would explain it more like determination. Like the more you put into something,
The more you get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you trying is what you're gonna get.
Yes.
Is the effort you're gonna get.
basically.
That's what I would explain in English. I think that would be. It's not exactly translated, but
Yeah, it has a
that would be a good question to ask him actually.
Yeah.
And then have your mom see what your mom says. So that's a good one. Lo que es poder.
Yeah, that's one that I always like keep
In your
like,
back
of my
pocket?
mind. Yeah,
That's a good one.
it's one of them.
Yeah, I think I just have a lot right now that just came up right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's what happened when I started talking.
Yeah, I was like, wait, damn,
I started talking
you're
and,
right.
like, they
You're
all
right.
started coming
Because
out,
you said Spanish. I'm trying to remember what I learned Spanish about my grandpa. My grandpa always says to me, "Te amo, te quiero, te adoro," and like I love you, I want you, I adore you, right? That one's always I always love that one. I always love hearing that one. But like to inspire me, some of them are private, of course. So I can't really say everything. But
You don't have any?
but yeah, no, I think, man, I feel like there's something that somebody has like said to me. I'm like, damn, that really hit, and like I just can't remember for the life of me right now. Cause like sometimes I remember stuff that my dad said, but I'm not gonna share that obviously. But like it's I don't know, for some reason I feel like there was something that's been said and during COVID probably, and I just can't remember right now because I was just. Oh, I do remember. Like, you gotta live for yourself. You gotta live for yourself. I I have a big family. I think we have a big family, right? And I think we get so down in like how we want to care for our family. You know, we want to get back to the family that loved us. You know.
Yeah.
I think in somewhere in there, I kind of got mixed up. You know, and I was only really living for my family.
Yeah.
And it might be selfish, it might be not, considering who hears this, you know. But like, I think that there's a time now where like I have finally come in one with myself, I guess you could say, where like I finally live for myself. I finally live for what I want to do, for what I want to chase, you know. And it's such a hard thing to come into because like I love my family. I have a big family, and I want to spend time with them and stuff like that, right? But now I was getting to what do I want to do with my life now?
Yeah.
How do I want to live my life? What do I want to experience, you know? And I think like growing up and stuff, the stuff I went through, you know, I didn't think these times, you know, were gonna be for me, you know, like 25 and stuff like that. I'm about to hit 25. That's insane to think about. Something I didn't think I was gonna get to, you know?
Yeah.
But it's cool. Like that's live for myself. I think that's pretty cool. But yeah, that's where I'm ending that at.
That was good. You guys gave some good answers. I don't have one like that or any. Yeah, I mean I can't think of any. I mean I got asked the question. I think I would have it, but no, I don't have any. Not that I know of.
No.
Nah. Cause thinking about it, I don't think I ever really had like a conversation like that with someone. So there hasn't been any chance for someone to tell me something like that. So yeah, I don't think I have any like that. But yeah. So on to the next question.
You have said something before.
What about you specifically have told someone else?
What dad told you over here when we were fixing the bug. I think you said that in the last podcast.
Oh, you
yeah.
missed this, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, if you watched the last one, you know why. What is your next question? What is your favorite all-time book?
My favorite all-time book.
Favorite all-time book?
Yeah.
Because I mean, we did talk about books earlier, but I don't think we ever mentioned our favorites.
There's a lot of books.
What's the one that just came up to your mind when I asked it?
The Catch in the Rye. Catch in the Rye, I read that one multiple times already. So like, I think that one never fails to hit. You know, never fails. Yeah, no, that one's a really good one.
Pancho?
My favorite book of all time, I think right now, as it sits, is probably They Both Die at the End. Because it just has everything.
Okay.
And it has in the point of view of being Latino, too. So it's
Yeah, that's a good.
it's
That's
not
important.
just, it's not just like,
That's important.
like just, it's a story that you see stuff is like, I relate to that. I understand that.
Damn, that's true.
Emilio?
That one's shaping up to be one of the ones right now. But I would have to say Perks of Being the Wallflower, of a Wallflower, have to be one of the books. I think it's just because it's at the crucial moment of life of when I read it. It was in junior year, so it was kind of like that transition of all the craziness. So it was more relatable until you get to the end, and it's kind of crazy, like, oh, what? But yeah, just that whole thing. Because I was never that kid that was out in school. It was more like I was the Wallflower kid, like just people walk by, and I was just there. So.
Favorite book of all time? It is a hard question. Because I relate to like 3 of them. Oh wait, or just 2. I don't know. I'll say 3. I wouldn't say 1 is relatable, but I think Perks of Being a Wallflower, 3 Days of Happiness, and Catching the Rye. Those 3.
Fire books.
Touched my soul,
honestly,
man.
yeah.
Touched my soul deep down. They got in there. They got deep in there.
You know which one also? Into the Wild. From A Good Life, right?
Yeah.
At least from the outside perspective, right? His family had money and stuff like that. but that he realizes that's not the happiness he wants, right? He went out there and chased his own happiness. I think that relates to what I just said earlier,
He
right?
adventure out.
So like, it's awesome. I think
Yeah,
that
it
that's
is.
very commendable. That a real person, that's a real story. That a
Yeah.
real person went out and did that. That's dope as hell. That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You?
Well,
Oh, you said
I
it
actually
dies
have-
then. Yeah, this is dies then.
I
Sorry.
actually have a question if you don't mind me asking.
go ahead.
All of
Yeah?
us. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, it could tie up to all of you guys too.
Yeah.
But like, I think it would be interesting to see. I would like to hear how you would answer this.
hmm
Because I've been told this too, is that, you know, in this family we have, what do you call it? We have people who are teachers, who are in the medical field and stuff like that. How is you being like a writer? Like, what was it that like kind of pushed you? And was it a hard time for everyone else to kind of like, how do you say it? Process that what your
that I
decision?
wanted to do.
Yeah, and then
Good
specifically, how does
question.
like you again being Mexican
Yeah.
and like there's times where our parents do kind of be like, not that they don't want us to do, because I've had struggles with that
Yeah.
with my own parents, and it's not that it's like so much like, oh, I don't want you to like, I don't want you to do that. It's more like, I'm afraid because of how hard it is. But how do you do that? And like with
That's a
you
good
guys,
one.
of you being Latinos, like how does that affect your guys' like of what you guys wanted to do too? Of like for example,
Yeah.
you, how do you teach the kids that you go to, like, you know, from your background, and you as you're going to school right now and experience something new? Like how does that?
Jeez, damn.
Like-
Maybe we gotta get him just permanently.
It's
on
just
the
like
podcast.
No.
Yeah. Such a good question.
Um,
You guys want to go first?
I've
You want me to
always,
go first?
wanted to ask.
you have it already?
I have somewhat of it.
So can
I
you
do
can you
too.
repeat your question for me, please?
So like, how does? Because I know his, like that, like his is like a little different.
Yeah.
But like you, for example, how does? I guess you could say like, how does you being Latino and
Yeah.
being raised in a Latino family, like how did that like lead you to your education, and it's still pushing you, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we have, again, I see as an advantage sometimes, as in because we have
Yeah.
stories,
Yeah.
and those stories we can open the eyes of others.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't
Alright.
know. I think
I think
I got an answer.
Yeah.
You go though.
I go. I think for me, I think it's like doing the podcast. I think it's because of all like the Latinos coming up right now.
Yeah.
On YouTube and everything, on Twitch and all those social media platforms and everything. I think I got inspired by them
Yeah.
to do something like this. So I think that would be part of my answer.
Mhm.
That this is pushing me to do a podcast as a Latino. But over there in school, I'm lucky enough that I'm maybe not lucky enough, but I'm in like a diverse university.
Fortunate. You're
So
fortunate.
yeah, fortunate. And I'm not in a place like where Hamito was.
Yeah.
Yeah, where he was like practically the only one, right?
Yeah.
But I'm comfortable where I'm at because I these people I probably have grew up the same as me and everything, right? So yeah, I think that'll be my answer to your question. If it answers your
Yeah.
question, it answers your
No,
question.
it does.
Yeah.
It does, because
That's a good answer.
yeah.
Really good answer. You Emilio?
I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know. So like the whole physical education thing, I think it was just how much love I have for like fitness and stuff like that and sports. And I think like also like going into like being able to be that person in someone's life that you don't know what they're going through
Mhm.
and being able to help them out through that. Which, because like even counseling, I've thought of it, but I feel like it's not the same. Like you don't connect on the same level.
Yeah.
Counseling, it's you see them day to day if they choose to.
Mhm.
In teaching, you see them day to day because they have to come class. So it's being able to make that difference in class. Where I think I struggled with it was when you go tell people, oh, I'm gonna be a physical educator. Like what? Why are you doing that? And it's like, well, first off, why are you judging me? What are you
Yeah.
doing? Second off, it's more of the sense of like, well, it's more than that to me. And it's funny because I've actually had parents this year come up to me and be like, well, what are they even doing PE? And it's like my whole education just kind of floats out, and it's like, well, we're not just doing PE, we're not just playing. I'm teaching your kids how to work in teams. I'm teaching your kids how to talk to each other. I'm teaching your kids how to build relationships. I'm teaching them hopefully how to live life through fitness
Mhm.
long term, right? And I think that was my biggest struggle was coming home and like, don't get me wrong, I love my mommy Clara, I love everyone in this family, but they would question like, why physical education? Like, why don't you just do a better route of like physical therapy or this stuff? And it's like, well, because I don't want to do that. You know, like I've seen people deteriorate throughout the years, and it's like that's why I didn't end up becoming an AMT. It's like I don't like. It's not that I don't want to go help people in that sense. It's like why wait till the end to help someone or when they're injured when you can help them when they're younger and hopefully be able to help them guide themselves through life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get you.
And I know that's like way deeper, but I feel
Yeah.
like there's a lot of teachers out there that do it for that reason.
Yeah.
Just like now that I'm 4 years into it, um, they lose that aspiration because of what the world around them is creating.
Mhm.
And if it is that, and if you are a teacher listening to this, just keep going. Just keep pushing and find that kid because there's always that one kid that struggles in life. And you might not be the person that gets to them, but you there might be that teacher that build that relationship with that kid. And if they did, then cool. Help that teacher embrace that. But yeah, I think simple sense, because I kind of went off topic, my bad.
No, no, you're
Rambled.
fine. That's
But simple sense is being Latino
Mhm.
at Chico, especially when the whole Trump thing happened.
That's right.
Or I wouldn't say Trump, Republican Party, where it was the wrong side of the party started coming up,
uh-huh.
and up there was big on that side where the color of your skin did matter.
Yeah.
That is what hurt me the most being out there because it was more like, do I even want to step outside
Yeah.
when you knew your neighbors were out there doing what they're doing on the day of the election? Like, all right, what do we do? So yeah, I think for me, I'm very proud
Mhm.
to be a Latino, and that helps me. And now that I'm a private school, it's like pretty much culturing kids. Like, yo,
Yeah.
like this is my background, but then also hearing them out, right? Like, I learn a lot about like the Armenian culture, about the
Mhm.
different cultures that are there, like Asian culture, all that. So it's like that me hearing them out, and then them like being so eager because I'm so eager to learn about their culture that they're so eager to learn about mine, and that's kind of cool. So it's like just educating kids on even my culture, but also being open to learning theirs. So yeah, it's I feel like teaching is it's a lot, but it isn't made for any just not anyone. Like you have to
Yeah.
be good at it. And even physical education, I think is even one of those higher steps. Like you have to be made for this to be able to do it. And if you're not, then you're not gonna make it as a physical educator. And it's because it's there's more to it.
Mhm.
And yeah, you can be in the comments or whatever and snap what I do, but I'm good at what I do. And I feel like that's the reason why I do it. No matter the push, the shoves, the negative comments, the negative people I've been through, just I do it for the kids at the end of the day. So, but yeah,
Those are good ones.
I think that's what I was saying.
Those are good. Those are good. Yeah.
Thank you for that because now I have an answer now. Um, but I think being in a family of teachers and nurses or anybody working in the health field, like what my nana does and everything like that. I think, especially as I think a minority in general,
Mhm.
I think we're always conditioned to thrive, to get jobs that are not necessarily easy to get because like going through school for that stuff is definitely hard. But like definitely jobs that are where you know you're gonna be set once you get through it.
Mhm.
Like you're gonna have a job at the end of it, right? Um, so going into screenwriting, it's a big like
Yeah.
diversion from that, right? And honestly, that's what kind of excites me in a way because it's like I think a lot of minorities, a lot of Latinos get wary of going after the arts and stuff like that because there's not a lot of us out there. You don't see a lot of people who look like us. Um, but that's what excites me
Yeah.
because then now I get to be that person for those people if I'm
Mhm.
able to get there,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and that's what I want to do. I want to get there. Because I have stories to tell, and I think a lot of times I I play myself down a lot. I put myself down a lot. But like being a minority has shaped the way I live because sadly enough, it's like I'm born here. Um, but I don't look like the typical American, you know. And but I don't speak a lot of Spanish, like a Mexican, you know. Um, so I don't. I always get picked on about how I don't speak enough Spanish and stuff like that, and that kind of affected of how I got brought up, and it I felt like I didn't belong with like I would say like the pure Mexicans, you know, but also I know I don't belong here, you know, in the general public of America. So now I want to be those for the people who feel like me,
Yeah.
you know. I want to be that for those people because it feels like you're so lost at times because it's like where do I belong, you know. And it's like and it's not just like a cultural belonging, but you also feel like a mental belonging of like where are you, who am I, and stuff like that. You're also going through that stuff, and you know that's I want to be that. I that's what keeps me going for screenwriting and stuff like that, or like being acting. You know, one of the biggest accomplishments that I have, and even though it was at a school setting, you know, but like playing a Shakespeare character, Demetrius in Midsummer Night's Dream, really cool, really such an honor, because you don't see a lot of Mexicans playing Shakespeare, at least here in the U.S., right? And it's like it dawned on me like I think the week before we opened that like three out of the main characters, right, the lovers at least,
Yeah.
were all Hispanic origin, you know. My friend Itzhak was, you know, Dominican, Puerto Rican descent. And my friend Abby, she's Mexican descent, and me, obviously Mexican descent as well. It was so, um, I was just honored. It was so endearing to be up there as a Mexican saying Shakespeare's words, because I know I have like a Cali like Chicano accent in a way, you know. So saying I was very. The problem was not learning the words. The problem was how am I saying the words, you know, as a Mexican. That was the biggest thing for me. Um, because not a lot of Mexicans have those opportunities, and the fact that I had that opportunity was worthwhile to me. Like that was awesome, and that's like the biggest like accomplishment I could have from the theater, and that's like why I want to chase theater and chase screenwriting, because if I felt that way doing that stuff, I had just imagined what the people would feel when they see me do that stuff, you know, that are like me. So it's inspiring, and it's definitely hard. It was definitely pretty crazy when I told my parents I was gonna be a screenwriter. You know, they accepted it for sure, but it was like you should have like a backup or something. You know, I don't have a backup. Um, but honestly, I don't know if I want to. But there's also like something else I'm interested in, but I wouldn't see it as a backup. It's more because like I am interested in it is being like a counselor. Whether it be a school counselor, mental health counselor. And the reason for that is because a lot of Latinos, you know, downplay mental health, and I think they need that in the community, and that's like something that I think that I would be happy to do. Um, but other than that, yeah, no, it was pretty challenging at first, for sure, because I'm trying to figure out this stuff because nobody in my family or nobody that I knew took part in this stuff, and it's definitely a lot harder to get into that stuff.
Yeah.
Because like most of the time when you're going after film, after screenwriting and stuff, it's about the people who you know, and that's what I've always been taught. And anywhere I go with college, anything I learned from that stuff is the people who you know, and I didn't know anybody. So it was very scary because my parents. I'm not gonna be a Nepo baby, you know, because my parents don't know. Nobody in my family knows what it is like to chase after something in the creative arts, you know, as a passion, as a job and stuff like that. 'Cause I know some people in their lives, they weren't given, you know, that route to go that way, you know, because like some of us were musicians and stuff like that, you know, and sadly, you know, we didn't carry on with that. But like, I want to be that for my next generation, you know, even though if I don't make it or anything like that, you know, I would love it to make it somewhere so my kids could be anything they want to be, you know, or my nephews, you know, anything. But yeah, I wanted I want Latinos to be comfortable to be whatever they want to be.
Yeah.
You know, not what they have to be, or not what's easier to be, or what's they're capable of being. You know. But yeah.
Well, all right. These.
Great question.
That was a question for us.
That's a great question.
All right. Well,
Joel.
this is I think we end it here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pancho, for
Thank you,
coming
Pancho.
on.
Wow.
This is probably the most personal we got.
Yeah.
I
He
was-
is our
I was-
writer, so
I
look
was-
forward to more questions like
I was
this.
not
God, that was
expecting to get that
good.
personal.
Jeez.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Especially with
Fun,
the
man.
guest, bro. A guest making it about us. That's crazy.
I had too many good questions. But yeah, thank you for coming on. Thank you for
Hopefully not the last.
coming on because of certain stuff, you know. And
Late notice. Thank you.
yeah,
It was
anything
awesome,
else?
man.
Oh, if y'all stayed to the end, riddle of the day. What did I was about to say into a mic, bro? I forgot. What
Oh, now you can turn it and you can hear.
what did the ocean say to the sand? I'll repeat it. What did the ocean say to the sand? I'll drop it down in the comments if you guys don't stay to the end. But yeah, so that's the riddle of the day. Look forward to our next episode. That I don't know what's gonna be planned yet, but look forward to it. And
Next week? Oh no, not next week. That's 2 weeks from now. Never mind.
Yeah.
and look forward to more stuff, more things on our social medias and.
Yeah. I know.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for getting personal with us, watching us get personal, get teared up. But yeah, thank you all. Have a blessed day, blessed night, whatever time you're watching this during your day or whatever. But yeah, love you all. Love you guys, my beautiful people. Amen. Bless you all. Bye.